Kansas. Welcome to Bill Snyder Family Stadium. The 9th-ranked team in the nation. The Oklahoma Sooners come into town to take on Bill Snyder's Kansas State Wildcats. And a look at the AP Top 10. Alabama, Penn State, Georgia, TCU, Wisconsin, all undefeated. Oklahoma coming into this game and into this town and into this stadium ranked 9th in America with only 1 loss. Hi, everybody. I'm Gus Johnson along with my partner Joel Klatt, and welcome to the Little Apple, Manhattan, Kansas. The Oklahoma Sooners come into this game after defeating Texas in the Red River rivalry last week in Dallas. They have lost only 1 game this year to Iowa State at home. And one thing is for certain, they have one of the best quarterbacks, one of the best players in all of college football.
I love watching this kid play. I can't wait for today to watch Baker Mayfield. I don't know if there's a player that's more important to his team than Baker Mayfield. Part of it is his elusiveness in the pocket. He shows it right here against Ohio State, gets the ball down the field. This is what I don't think gets enough credit, is his arm talent and arm strength. Backing up, flips his hips, and he throws it 63 yards down the field for a touchdown. Baker Mayfield gives Oklahoma a chance to win the Big 12, make a playoff push, and maybe win a national championship. He's that important, and more importantly, he's that good.
Quickly, how's his shoulder?
His shoulder's going to be fine. Texted with him this week. He was sore early, but now he's ready to go. He feels like if he plays his best, that this team might be one of the best teams in America.
All right, Kansas State coming off a disappointing home loss last week to TCU. They scored only 6 points at home. They have some quarterback issues. Jesse Ertz, who was their normal starter, is out. He has a tender knee. So Alex Delton gets another opportunity. He'll make his 2nd career start now.
I've always thought that a quarterback's most improvement comes from their first start to their 2nd start. So we're probably going to see that from Alex Delton today. But this is really about Bill Snyder, the Hall of Famer. This is a guy that has made a career, a Hall of Fame career, out of getting the most out of his football team. And that's going to have to be the case today if they're going to knock off the number 9 Oklahoma Sooners.
Let's go downstairs to the 3rd member of our team, the All-American girl, Jenny Tatt.
Well, Gus, I'm not sure if you know this, but in Kansas, lightning strikes over 1 million times a year. And when it comes to K-State, they have been a little unlucky with the amount of times it's happened for them. Last week, over 3 hours of delay. Today, we already experienced our first lightning delay and hopefully our last. But both teams came prepared. Coach Riley told me they brought extra food. They made sure they had TVs if they wanted to watch film. And Gus, I can tell you, it was loud throughout that entire delay outside of the locker room. And as for quarterback Alex Delton, I asked him, what about delays? How will it affect you? He said, either way, I am prepared. I am ready to get a job done. And some of those other K-State guys, they joked with me and said, it's Kansas. We are used to this. We have a job to do today.
All right, thank you very much, Jenny. OU won the toss deferred. Kansas State to receive. You are in the middle of the country, folks. According to a scientific survey commissioned 100 years ago, we are 141 miles southeast of Lebanon, Kansas, which is the geographic center of the contiguous 48 states. OU, Kansas State, Austin, Seibert sends it away. Pringle and Heath are back deep, and this one heading out of the end zone for a touchback. So Kansas State comes onto the field for the first time, and when the Wildcats have the ball, Joel, what's the story?
The 2nd start for Alex Delton. This guy has some great speed. Jesse Ertz, of course, injured, so now Delton has got to work out those kinks that they had a week ago. Look for him to try to exploit the pass defense of Oklahoma. Speaking of that defense, Obo Okoronkwo, Big 12 Defensive Player of the Week. He's one of the best outside linebackers in America. He was all over Sam Ehlinger in the Red River rivalry, and he's got to play big again today.
First down and 10 of the 25-yard line. Dimmel and Barnes in the backfield with Delton. And Delton on first down pulls it out, wants to throw on the move, lets it go, and it's incomplete on the far side. Byron Pringle, the intended receiver. Alex Delton from Hayes, Kansas, in his first career start last week against TCU. 11 for 29 for 146 yards. He carried it 19 times for 39.
Wow, it's interesting. They come right out of the gate and they throw a little run action pass, getting him outside of the pocket. Byron Pringle, the intended receiver, he struggled with drops one here on the very first play.
Second down and 10 of the 25. Barnes in the backfield with Delton. And they'll hand it to him with running room. Watch out! Alex Barnes, can he get there? Puts on the juice. Touchdown, K-State! 75 yards. The Wildcats with a haymaker early on. They watch the Iowa State tape.
Two things are going to happen here. Emmanuel Beal gets way too far out of his gap, and then a great block by the left guard, number 61, Abdul Beecham. He gets up to the linebackers. There's the hole, and bang! Alex Barnes is gone.
Alex Barnes, the leading rusher among running backs with 306 yards and 2 touchdowns, comes a big opening series for Kansas State, 75 yards, and the Wildcats take a 7-0 lead, and this place is jumping. Matthew McCrane will send it away for the Wildcats. Short kick picked up at the 24. Good special teams coverage. Rodney Anderson goes down. These Wildcats are intense and fired up to play against one of the top teams in America. So when Oklahoma has a football, Joel, what's the story?
A couple of true freshmen that are very talented. You could call it true talent. C.D. Lamb and Trey Sermon. Trey Sermon, a running back. He's one of the best in America. The young elk, 222 pounds. C.D. Lamb, he's 6'1", 173. A true freshman from Richmond, Texas. He'll be one of the #1 targets on the outside. And then Will Geary, the defensive lineman for Kansas State. This guy is an effort, relentless player. Very physical. 3 sacks on the year. He's got to play his best.
First down and 10 of the 22 for Baker Mayfield and the Sooners. On first down, they hand it off. Trey Sermon, hard running, gets to the 25, stopped by Denzel Goolsby. And they feel that this kid, Trey Sermon, a freshman from Marietta, Georgia, has an opportunity to be the next great running back at OU.
Yeah, he's got that type of burst as well as the power.
Baker Mayfield winds up, delivers sideline, and it is caught by Jeff Badette, the redshirt senior from Orlando, and it's a gain of 23.
A little bit underthrown there, or else there could have had more yardage, but Badette was a bit banged up coming into this game. There was questions for Lincoln Riley whether he would be available. He's in on the first series, gets the first completion of the game.
First down and 10 of the 49, opening series for Oklahoma. Play fake. Mayfield dances out of the pocket, throws on the move, has his receiver at the 40-yard line. Mark Andrews, one of the best tight ends in the nation, redshirt junior out of Scottsdale, Arizona.
Yeah, he's such a good target, and this is the guy I think Baker trusts the most. 23 catches, 459 yards on the year, 3 touchdowns. He is one heck of a tight end.
Had that 59-yard touchdown catch with 7 minutes left last week against Texas for the win. First down at the 38. Mayfield runs it himself, cuts it inside. Mayfield with some giddy up, and he's finally down inside the 5. That's a gain of 33.
And that was a totally broken play in the backfield. He was expecting his true freshman running back, Trey Sermon, to be there for a fake, so he just replaced him in the hole. There were a couple of offensive linemen pulling around to run on that left side, kind of a counter or a power for the running back. Sermon didn't know the play. Mayfield did, and runs it all the way down to the 5. That's why I love this guy, man. Improv all over the place. He is just one of the best.
He plays with so much enthusiasm and energy. First down and goal at the Kansas State 6. Sermon, the pistol back. Mayfield, end zone, touchdown OU. Bada bing, bada boom. They march it right down the field and answer. Dimitri Flowers, the senior from San Antonio, Texas.
They just put the linebacker in a bind. When your eyes are all over him, then all of a sudden you're going to get the little kind of swing back out, and all of a sudden Flowers is wide open. That's as easy as it gets. Touchdown Oklahoma. Great fake from Mayfield in the backfield.
And here's Seibert in for the extra point. And it's good. We're level at 7. 12-16 to play in the first quarter. Baker Mayfield wastes no time as he finds Flowers for 6. 7 up. Welcome back to Kansas State. Beautiful sights here in Manhattan. Healthy agriculture. And we've got a good ball game to start so far. 7-7. Baker Mayfield on their opening series for OU. 4 for 4, 52 yards. He also ran one, 32 yards. And he threw the touchdown to Dimitri Flowers. Seibert sends it away. Pringle, Harris back deep, and this one, wow. He almost kicked that one through the upright, Joel.
A little pumped up.
It hit the left upright. What a leg for Seibert.
Oh, wow.
Wow. First down and 10 at the 31. Here's Delton running it. Gets outside. Now turns it up and gets to the 35 before being brought down by Obo.
Slow to get up. That's Jordan Thomas, number 7, who's gingerly walking around. He's one of the corners here. Senior from Klein, Texas. And Jordan's been battling through some injuries and has not played up to his standards or the standards of the coaching staff yet. And it really comes in terms of at the catch point. They want him to be better in terms of passes defended when he's in position to make the play.
2nd and 7 at the 34. Justin Silman in the backfield. Delton will run it right behind him. Breaks it inside and goes down at the 39. Stephen Parker coming up with the tackle. What's the adjustment that you've seen so far from K-State offensively?
They are running that old school Colin Klein quarterback power, right? Where both running backs are leading up into the hole. So what that does, because listen, football is all about math, right? If you've got more offensive players than they have decent defensive players where you're trying to run it, you're going to be successful. And that's what running the quarterback gives you, is a mathematical advantage.
3rd down and 2. Dimmel this time looking for the first down, and he has it. Winston Dimmel, strong fullback, picks up the first down.
2-time first team All Big 12, started all 32 career games. He's actually the son of the offensive coordinator, Dana Dimmel. Was here in his 19th year, but Winston has done a heck of a job here as a lead block. He can catch it out of the backfield, and there converts on 3rd down.
It's nice when your dad's the OC. That means you're going to get a couple of touches a game.
That's
guaranteed.
Right. That's right.
According to Mom, 1st down and 10 at the 42.
Because we know who's boss.
That's right. And it's Dimmel again. He'll rumble his way across the 45 up to the 47-yard line.
You know, I've had people come and ask me, and actually a couple of K-State fans asked me before the game, why don't they just run that quarterback run all the time? Well, you have to be okay with exposing your quarterback to the type of punishment that running between the tackles entails. It's one thing when you've got Colin Klein and he's 6'4", 230 pounds. That's not Alex Delton. He's only 6 foot, 200 pounds. So you've got to watch how many times you're putting him in harm's way right there in the middle of the defense.
2nd and 6. Delton will throw it this time. He's got a wide open receiver. Shown. Big play. Dalton Schoen. A gain of 40 yards.
Schoen's just going to run right by the safety, and then he's going to take off right down the middle of the field. This is a total blown coverage. Eyes in the backfield, nobody in the middle of the field, and Stephen Parker, immediately the safety, is chasing Schoen down the field. The sophomore from Overland Park with another big catch for Kansas State.
First down at the OU 15. The Wildcats having no problems moving the ball against Oklahoma. Silman hopping. Positive yardage as he's dragged down from behind at the 11 by Emmanuel Beal.
Well, I love the game plan here. It's run, 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 play action, take a shot, play action, get the quarterback out of the backfield. Kansas State already with 190 total yards to Oklahoma's 97 on the day.
2nd and 7 at the 12. Delton will run it. Delton with a hole. Delton to the end zone. And he's downed at the 1. Will Johnson with the saving tackle.
Where was that knee actually? Oh, yeah, he was short by about a yard as he was reaching for the end zone with that left knee hitting the turf. But what great effort from Delton, and they continue to take advantage of that mathematical advantage that quarterback runs give you. He was patient, waits for the hole, gets down to the 1.
First down and goal at the 1-yard line for K-State. Alex Delton under center. Quarterback sneak. Touchdown Wildcats. So how about this? Kansas State smacking around OU early. The Sooners flinching. And Bill Snyder and the Kansas State Wildcats are taking full advantage with their sophomore quarterback, Alex Delton.
Well, I love this game plan. Just love this game plan from Kansas State. Take advantage of what you're best at. They've been doing that with their quarterback, Alex Delton. Some strong runs from Dimmel and the big completion down the field to Schoen.
McCrane's extra point is good. 14-7 K-State. The Wildcats aren't messing around early. Back after this. 14-7. Alex Delton pays it off with a 1-yard touchdown run.
What a start for them. Particular after last week, even after that turnover, their defense comes up with a stop, gets the ball right back. 8 plays, 69 yards. Dealt with that 1-yard run, but really the big play was the big completion down the field to Schoen. Terrific throw from Delton. This place is electric right now for the Wildcats.
Kansas State sends it away. Oklahoma will get a chance. Here's Sutton. And Sutton spinning, still on his feet. And finally, driven down at the 24. Sean Newland with the tackle. First down at 10 to the 23. Smart man. And they'll hand it off. Rodney Anderson. And Rodney Anderson crosses the 30-yard line. Jade Kirby defensively for K-State.
Yeah, this game is playing out in the first quarter really perfectly into Kansas State's hands because they don't want to have to blitz or try to pressure Mayfield. They want to sit in their coverage and make Oklahoma earn their way down the field.
2nd and 2 at the 31. Anderson, the pistol back. Mayfield turns, fires near side, and it's Jeffrey Mead down the sideline. Mead knocked out a play by Denzel Goolsby after a 31-yard pickup.
Well, I just said this is why you don't want to pressure. When you pressure, all of a sudden it leaves one-on-one situation on the outside. Now Andrews goes and blocks the outside. You get one missed tackle and you're going to have a big play down the field.
First down at the 38 for Oklahoma. Anderson strung out nicely, and he'll go down. Not much. Kirby again defensively. And that should take us to the end of the first quarter. And an interesting quarter, partner, it has been.
Could not have started better for Kansas State. Offense rolling for the Wildcats. Defense trying to hold serve as well. Come on back to Manhattan with us.
Gus Johnson and Joel Klatt. This is homecoming day for K-State. When I saw Oklahoma on the schedule, I said, wow, that's a tough one for homecoming. You usually want to play Little Sisters of the Poor or something.
Well, they know something that you didn't, apparently. They've got a great game plan, and this offense for Kansas State has been terrific. The defense is going to have to, of course, hold serve. But what I love about their offense, 202 total yards so far today in the first quarter. They only had 216 total yards all game last week against TCU.
But can the defense keep Baker Mayfield out of the end zone? He's one of the best in America. On 2nd down, Baker to throw it. Looks up. He's got a receiver. Caught at the 5. Michael Jones. The sophomore from Patterson, Louisiana, and that's a gain of 31.
Yeah, what a great adjustment he makes on the ball. The ball was thrown a little behind him, and on the outside, he was looking over his inside shoulder. He reaches all the way back, turns his body, makes the catch, secures it going to the ground. What an athletic play there from Michael Jones.
First down and goal at the 6 for the Sooners. Rodney Anderson in it, running back. And they'll swing it out, but Dent. Oh, and he's chopped down at the 10. What a tremendous defensive play by Duke Shelley.
Well, that's what experience gives you. Duke Shelley has started 23 games over the last 3 years. He's not going to be fooled by the wide receiver going on the inside path. He gets his eyes right back to the outside, and then he goes and he attacks the wide receiver, bringing him down to the ground. What a great open field tackle from Duke Shelley.
A loss of 3, second and goal to the 9. Mayfield quickly in the end zone. Jump ball. Incomplete. Intended for C.D. Lamb, but they say he didn't get his feet in bounds. Well defended by Denzel Goolsby.
Yes, I thought it was an interception. Goolsby ripped that ball away. He was in bounds. Watches that ball fight, and now he's fighting. He's still in, and he's got possession. Boy, that's going to be close, but I thought, if anything, it was close to a pick.
The ruling on the field is the defender had possession of the ball before going out of bounds for an interception. Touchdown.
Tell you what, I think these officials are all over it today. What a call. Bang, bang play.
He went up tall to get it, but Goolsby rips it down, and then he gets that foot into the end zone before his kind of that right side hit on the end line.
So a turnover apiece. First down and 10 of the 20. Out of the offset eye, Justin Silman is the deep back for Alex Delton. And Delton hands it to Silman. Breaks a tackle, smash, mouth. Kansas State football. Woo! Emmanuel Beal had to take a ride.
Well, let's hear it. I'll tell you what this game is turning into.
Bar fight. Broken glass everywhere by the time this one is over. That's a 10-yard gain.
I thought you were going to go with your favorite saying, a knife fight in the gutter.
That's right. Beautiful thing. First and 10 at the 30.
Oh, you got barbecue back there, Gus?
And you didn't invite me. Here's Delton and Delton. 45. Delton. Kansas State came to play today, folks. Oklahoma, who?
Here's this. You're going to get blocks right here, and then you're going to get the running backs leading up onto the second and third level. That's what's so good. Block on that outside. You get the pulling guard. Another block from number 32, Justin Silman. They're getting the linebackers and safeties blocked on almost every single quarterback run. That promotes those big runs down the field.
Delton, 8 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown. Delton running it. Delton with space. With speed and out of bounds at the 20. First down, Kansas State. Parnell Motley ushers him out of bounds.
You're going to run the quarterback run. I want you to watch the patience that Delton has on this play. He allows every block to develop. He's kind of just hopping, allowing, and then he gets outside. Now he turns on the jets. Great patience from the quarterback is needed running these quarterback runs, and Delton's providing that so far today.
12-yard pickup on the last play. First down to the Oklahoma 21. Delton runs it again. Delton with patience down the sideline and out of bounds. Inside the 5, Stephen Parker again with the tackle, but I tell you what, they call it a touchdown. He got in. Alex Delton is looking like Optimus Klein today.
Ruling on the field. Touchdown.
Wow. I mean, he definitely takes off from inbound, so it's just a matter of where that ball is when he actually touches. There are some around this program that believe that he could be actually the fastest quarterback that Bill Snyder has had here at Kansas State, and he was showing you some of that speed after the patience initially allowing those blocks to develop.
McCrane in for the extra point, and it's good. 21-7, Lincoln Riley and the Sooners. Major trouble in Manhattan.
The age discrepancy between the coaches. We've got the oldest coach in the FBS and the youngest coach, 34 and 78. I tell you what, Snyder became Kansas State head coach when Lincoln Riley was just 5 years old. Just a remarkable difference in age.
And according to Coach Riley, he said, on Coach Snyder, I'm not going to be doing this at age 78. I can tell you that for sure. He is amazing. And let's go downstairs to Jenny for more.
Well, we asked Coach Snyder as well about that age thing, and he said, I don't really think about it that way. And of course, when you ask about my age, everyone wants to talk to me about retirement. And I'm going to say it again. I've said it 556 times. With age, it doesn't matter for me. I'm going to do the same thing I always do. Am I able to be a coach? Am I able to have a positive impact on these guys? And until I decide I'm not able to do that, my family decides I'm not able to do it, I'm going to continue this thing.
All right, Jenny, thank you very much. And I tell you what, you can see that Coach Snyder is still on top of his game with some of the adjustments he's made after last week's TCU loss, taking on the 9th-ranked team in America.
Yeah, they are sitting in their wheelhouse, doing what they do. They're playing sound on defense and running the ball well.
First down to the 25 for OU. Play fake. Mayfield guns one to the sideline, and it's caught. And this time, it's Tanner. Make that CD Lamb with the reception.
Well, now this offense is going to have to try to answer, and they don't have to do it quickly. Listen, there's a lot of time. It's just 21-7. But with Baker Mayfield back there, you're always in the game.
Mayfield pulls it out, and he drops it off. Trey Sermon, and Sermon upended at the 42. This time it's Duke Shelley.
For Mayfield, the risk here is that you're trying to get too much back at once. Because remember, this is a bend, don't break style of defense. They're not going to allow Oklahoma to get over the top all that often. So you got to take what the defense gives. He's 10 of 12 for 132 yards, but he has thrown that one pick, his second of the year.
2nd and 10 at the 50. Mayfield steps up in the pocket and goes down to the 41. First sack of the day, Tanner Wood.
Well, this time the rush is going to get there because the coverage down the field was terrific. There was no place to go with the ball initially. Great on the outside, then a crossing route, not quite open. Defense all over it, and Mayfield just didn't have time to get to it. Finally goes down into the pocket, and that pass rush doing some work here early in this game.
An 8-yard loss. 3rd down and 18 at the 42. Mayfield delivers. Andrews with the catch, and he will not have enough for the first down as he's knocked out at the K-State 45 by Jade Kirby.
Yeah, but it makes it a doable 4th down situation, in particular from that yard line, the 44-yard line. They're going to keep their offense on the field, and rightly so. This is a spot on the field and an offense they would love to go for it, and they will. Remember, Mark Andrews, he was the target on 3rd down. 80% of his catches go for either a first down or a touchdown. He's going to be in the slot at the top of your screen.
4th down and 4 at the 44. Baker Mayfield sets up, looking, scrambling now. Mayfield breaks a tackle, picks up the first down and more. Look at the swashbuckler. Rumble his way inside the Kansas State 30. On 4th and 4, he picks up 15. Goolsby with the tackle.
I mean, I did not think he was going to get it right here. It looks like he's dead to right. Slips a tackle, slips 2 more, and then he lowers his shoulder at the end. I mean, this guy has got more swagger than anybody in college football. I love watching him play. He might be the most entertaining player in college football.
I think you're absolutely right. First down and goal at the 10. 2:27 to go in the first half. Baker Mayfield has to pay it off, but he's not in the game. Kyler Murray is, and he'll hand it off straight away to Rodney Anderson. So all of a sudden, we're seeing some wrinkles, some new wrinkles for OU.
You know, I think that this might be more of a health issue. Remember on the last series, we saw Baker take a couple of big hits on runs. He lowered his shoulder. He got close to the first down. Then they went to the Wildcat. Now we're going to see Kyler Murray, the backup quarterback. Something tells me that Mayfield may have aggravated that shoulder that was banged up last week in the Red River rivalry.
Murray, well-decorated high school player, transferred from Texas A&M. Second and goal, straight ahead, touchdown Sooners. Rodney Anderson. OU with the chance to cut the K-State lead to 7.
Well, what a play. First by the defense, Jordan Thomas setting up a short field for the offense, and then even without Mayfield, they're able to run it in.
As you take another look at the play, the knee, can't tell whether or not the ball was across. It doesn't look like it from this angle.
But there's no way to say definitively, right? You know, I agree, Gus. He's probably short, but I don't think there's any way that replay can overturn that.
After review, the runner's knee was down short of the goal line. It will now be third down and a half yard.
You know, normally if this is something where, okay, we need to get him in there and work something out so he can come back into the second half, but Mayfield is still on the sideline now. Now he's going to come back onto the field. Boy, this is interesting. This is very interesting what's going on.
So Baker Mayfield back on. Third down and goal at the 1-yard line. Can the Kansas State defense hold and force Oklahoma to attempt a field goal? Mayfield again splitting out wide. Dimitri Flowers runs it. Flowers won't get it. Jade Kirby. And now OU has a decision to make. The Wildcat has not been working for.
They've tried this set 3 times now. Third and fourth down on the previous series, and now on this play, and they've gotten a total of about -1 yard rushing. This defense is prepared. They're ready. Remember, they see this style of offense every single day in practice. Nothing that Wildcat can do will fool the Kansas State defense.
So Austin Seibert comes in to attempt a 19-yard field goal. He was 3 for 3 last week against Texas. And it's good. 21-10, 38 seconds remaining in the first half. One of the great traditions here at Kansas State, the Wabash Cannonball. And these students get down when that music starts playing, and there's a lot to cheer about right now for K-State.
Yeah, and there's a lot of unknowns right now with 38 seconds in the first half, namely Baker Mayfield's health and whether he's going to be able to play at full strength in the second half.
They'll keep this one low, picked up at the 30-yard line, and advance to close to the 35.
Looking great.
First down at the 34. Delton runs it, follows his blocks with room, and dives forward, close to a first down.
Mistake from him, he didn't get out of bounds. So they would either have to use a timeout here or just let the clock go, and it looks like they're going to use one of their timeouts.
Baker Mayfield, remember, he injured his right shoulder last week in the Red River against Texas. Went out, came back in, led him to victory when he hit Andrews for the 50-yard touchdown. 21 seconds remaining in the first half. Kansas State surprising 21-10 lead over the 9th-ranked Oklahoma Sooners. 2nd and 1. Play fake. Delton with time. Now moving around, decides to run it. Picks up the first down and steps out of bounds at midfield with 12 seconds left. Don't forget the State Farm halftime report coming up, and I'm sure that Coach Wannstedt, Heisman Trophy winner Matt Leinart, Ohio State running back legend Robert Smith have a whole lot to talk about when it comes to this game.
Yeah, no doubt.
And Rob Stone will have some things to say as well. First down and 10. Delton rolls, runs it. And Delton out of bounds with 6 seconds to go. K-State, they'll have an opportunity to throw this ball into the end zone.
Yeah, and maybe even get something short and quick to the sideline or even across the middle of the field with a timeout left that would put them into field goal range. Dalton's shown he's a guy that has come up big in critical situations as Lincoln Riley tries to get his defense going.
And now they're going to bring on their field goal kicker, Matthew McCrane, who kicked a 51-yard field goal against TCU last week.
The wind is strong left to right. He's got it at his back. This will be a 60-yard attempt.
Actually 59 to be exact.
I was trying to give him the extra yard. It sounds better at 60, right?
Yes, it does.
59.5. Can we give him 59.5?
McCrane has 5 kicks of 50 or more in his career, tying the school record. This will be for the school record. Oh! Off the crossbar, no good. He couldn't squeeze it in from almost 60 yards.
Was that close? What a great kick.
Listen. And that's the end of the first half, which turned out to be a great one for the uniformed Kansas State Wildcats. Let's go downstairs to Jenny Taft.
Coach, I got to ask you, Baker Mayfield was getting looked at on the sideline. What's his status?
Oh, he's fine. He's good. Yep.
They've been effective and on the ground. You guys did have that key interception late. How do you build on that?
Yeah, we forced 2 turnovers, and we got to be more physical in the run game, and we got to finish drives offensively.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, thanks.
All right, it's halftime here at Bill Snyder Family Stadium with the score 21-10. Remember, Oklahoma will get the football to start the second half. Bill Snyder Family Stadium, Manhattan, Kansas. 38th consecutive sellout, 21-10, the home team with the lead. Gus Johnson, along with my partner, Joel Clapp. Partner, this is the same team that played TCU last week, right?
I think it is. I mean, they're wearing the same uniforms, but the game plan is certainly a little bit different. You got to give a lot of credit to Kansas State, although we've got a bit of a story unfolding, which is the health of Baker Mayfield, one of the best players in all of college football. Early, he got loose running the football. This was the first series, and he got hit on his shoulder. Remember, he had his shoulder banged up, missed some time against Texas last week. He still threw the touchdown pass. He was able to be effective throwing the ball, although it was throwing the ball a little bit short at times down the field. But then later in the half, he takes off on second down and takes a big hit right to that right shoulder. They had some questionable play calls after that. Now, Lincoln Riley told us that he's fine. We're going to have to see, because based on some of those play calls, it did not look like he was fine at the end of the half.
Certainly didn't look like he was fine as Oklahoma gets the football to start the second half, and they'll start around the 20. Let's go downstairs and check in with Jenny Taft.
Well, Gus, Coach Snyder was very pleased with the momentum in the first half. He said, until that last pick, everything we did, that's what I was looking for. But it is the second half, and that means we are restarting here. He said, show me again what you guys did in the first, because what we did already doesn't matter. And as for Delton, he said he has been solid. He has been effective. We are pleased with what we're seeing from him right now.
All right, so Baker Mayfield trots out to start the second half for Oklahoma. First down from his own 20.
Normally it's Oklahoma with the big lead at halftime. And now they're going to be playing from behind.
Mayfield on first down. Hands it off. This is Sutton. And Marcellus Sutton stopped by Reggie Walker. Time for our first half stats presented by Geico.
Well, you know, those rush yards just jumps out to you. 256 yards on the ground, and that produces quality third down performance. 4 of 5 for Kansas State. Oklahoma yet to convert on third down, but those 2 turnovers, that's really the reason we still got a ball game here at 21-10.
2nd and 6. Mayfield will throw it. Winds up. Has a receiver. Caught at the 45. Nicely thrown. Michael Jones with a great catch.
It has to be just on his outside shoulder. That right shoulder, and he turns and gets it. I mean, it's just right on time, and Mayfield shows us that he's feeling just fine after halftime.
1st down at the 45. Mayfield hands it off. Anderson. And he powers his way through the hole. Jade Kirby again with the tackle. And Oklahoma will get to the line of scrimmage quickly. Mayfield will throw it. Pump fake. Looks the other way. Dumps it off. Rodney Anderson squares his shoulders. Huge gain as he'll go down inside the Kansas State 25.
What I love about him is that he's going to have his eyes all over the left side and then come all the way back after the pump fake, move his feet, and get to the swing route on the right. So tough to defend.
They'll swing it out wide. Badette. And Badette out of bounds. Sean Newland pushes him out. Oklahoma moving quickly now.
Yeah, this looks more like the first series of the ball game for Oklahoma. They marched right down the field. They were able to score a touchdown. They did not have a rhythm after that. A lot of that was because of the fact that Kansas State was able to hold the ball in the time of possession with their run game, but now they've established that rhythm here with the first series in the second half.
6th play of the drive that started at the OU 20. Mayfield, the hitch on the far side to Badette. And he'll pick up the 1st down. Newland again defensively.
I mean, he dropped down like he was a shortstop. That was like Jose Altuve turning a double play or something for the Astros. Watch Baker Mayfield as he just quickly dips down, just kind of slings it out sidearm right on the money. That's how to get the ball out quickly to your wide receiver.
Matthew Stafford maybe?
Yeah, Stafford does that a lot. He's got that quick release. Even Rodgers will do that. He'll dip down, go 3/4 at times to get the ball out quicker.
1st down at the 14. Opening series of the second half for Oklahoma. Lamb in motion. Mayfield runs it. Gets outside. What a move. Look at the quick feet of the quarterback. Touchdown OU. 14 yards.
I mean, this guy has got some moves on the outside. Check out the move that he puts on the corner. DJ Reed, who's one of the best defenders for Kansas State, and bang, he moves him to the inside and then just out sprints him to the pylon. What a play. Baker is one of the most team-oriented players that I've ever had the ability to converse with and chat with at the quarterback position. And that's one thing. His swagger and some of those things, the flag at Ohio State and so on and so forth, what he was doing with the Baylor fans and players before the game and that game in Waco, his teammates love that. They feed off of the emotion that Mayfield gives them, and he understands that, and that's part of the reason he is that way.
Extra point is good by Seibert. Start of the 3rd quarter. Baker Mayfield using his legs. Back to Manhattan right after this. Oklahoma makes it a 21-17 game. Kansas State ready to get the football for the first time in the second half. Seibert will kick it off. Pringle, Harris are the deep men. This one dribbled and picked up at the 25-yard line, and Kansas State will start at their own 35. Delton has carried the ball 15 of the 24 times that Kansas State has elected to run it. 1st and 10 at the 35. Here's Zuber. Nothing. Nicely done As Amani Bledsoe and Kenneth Murray come up with the tackle.
Boy, Kenneth Murray is showing some serious speed. You know, he's the type of guy, he's not a huge guy, 6'2", 240 pounds. He's kind of perfect as the modern day linebacker because he's fast enough to cover in space. And then on those jet sweeps like you just saw, he's got the speed to run them down from the middle of the field. He's a terrific young player.
2nd down and 12 after the 2-yard loss at the 33. Alex Barnes lines up next to Delton. Delton picking and dropped for a loss. Great job by Emmanuel Beal.
Well, this is exactly what was not happening in the first half. Beal was getting caught up and blocked by the tight ends and running backs. But here he slips by the block of the pulling guard Tyler Mitchell, and he takes Delton down in the backfield. That's a much better job from the Oklahoma standpoint of getting off blocks in order to make the tackle.
A loss of 1. 3rd and 13 at the 32. Passing down for Kansas State. Let's see if Oklahoma brings pressure. Zuber, the motion man. They find him. Zuber breaks 1 tackle, but will not even get close to a first down. A 1-yard gain as Kenneth Mann and Will Johnson drilling, and Kansas State will punt.
Great pursuit from Oklahoma on the entire series. They were lined up correctly, they pursued the football well, and they made quality open field tackles. All 3 things they struggled with at times in the first half. That's a great adjustment by Mike Stoops at halftime.
Nick Walsh will punt it away from the 19. CB Lamb, the deep man, lets it take a bounce, and it will be downed at the 25. Brown in the backfield now. 1st and 10 of the 29. Baker Mayfield to throw it. Sideline. Caught out of bounds. Marquise Brown with a 25-yard gain.
This is great formation. You put a wide receiver in the backfield, and then you allow him to run that swing route. It's really more of a wheel route. You match up against a linebacker, a clear advantage for you as an offense, and Mayfield puts it on him right down the sideline. Terrific design from Lincoln Riley there. Lo and behold, they're going to change things up. Kyler Murray now at quarterback for Oklahoma on 1st and 10.
So Murray in the shotgun with Anderson next to him. And Murray hands it off to Anderson, and another first down. Almost broke free, Rodney Anderson.
Mayfield has been brilliant with his feet, but Murray is the more dangerous runner, and now on that zone read, the defense has to respect him.
And Murray will run it himself this time. And Kyler Murray never lost a game in high school. He was 43-0 and won 3 state titles for Allen High School. Mayfield coming back on. The kid threw for 14,500 yards, so he is the heir apparent.
He's a brilliant baseball player. Of course, started his career at Texas A&M, transferred out, was one of the top recruits in the entire country. And right after I was saying he was such a dangerous runner, he falls over his own feet for a 3-yard gain. Way to go.
There you go. 2nd and 8 at the 20. Mayfield runs it, and Mayfield taken down behind the line of scrimmage this time. Well done by Jade Kirby. We've been mentioning his name the entire day.
Yeah, he's had a terrific ball game. Senior from Blooming Grove, Texas. He's a transfer from Navarro College, as so many are here at Kansas State over the years, from the junior college ranks, and now he gets his team in position to potentially force a kick here on 3rd down.
They need 7. Play clock winding down. Mayfield gets it off in time. Baker Mayfield bottled up, wants to run on the move. Batted away! Oh! What a catch by Marquise Brown! Incredible! He just snatched it out of the air. But a flag on the play.
Pass interference. Offense. Number 3. 15-yard penalty. Replay third down.
Michael Jones.
Well, here's the catch in the end zone. Oh my goodness, just spectacular athleticism and concentration. Did it stay above the turf? No, it did not. And it would not have mattered anyways. 3
Rolling on the field was an incompleted forward pass. It will be 4th down on the 19-yard line for Oklahoma.
So Bill Snyder declines the penalty, and now Lincoln Riley, as he should, trots out a very good kicker in Austin Seibert.
Austin Seibert, good from 19 yards today, and his only attempt came into this game 5 of 7 this season with a long of 36 yards. This will be from 36 yards away. Got it away clean, and how simple can it get for Austin Seibert? 5:57 to play. 3rd quarter. 1-point game in Manhattan.
Oh, I love college football. There's two things I love about college football. Driving in, seeing all the tailgating and the sights and the sounds, and then 5 minutes before the kick.
Yes.
You know, that fever pitch when the band is still playing and, oh, teams are about to run out. It's the best.
The pageantry of the college game. And they'll kick this one short again for the Wildcats, and they'll start around the 35. Let's go. Here's Delton running it. And Delton breaking tackles. Stopped by Caleb Kelly. And I tell you, when you look at the way Delton is running the ball, you know how Bill Snyder likes to play. It just reminds you of this young man. Colin Klein won the Unitas Award, and he was a Heisman finalist in 2012. I still have the Band-Aid can that they sent to me as a Heisman voter in my bathroom right now, with Klein's picture on it and Band-Aids in it, because remember, he was so bruised, so bloody.
Every game.
Delton hands it off. Dimmel. And Dimmel dropped by Caleb Kelly behind the line of scrimmage.
This is not the position where they've had any success whatsoever, because every time they've been able to throw with success, speaking of Kansas State, it's been on the back of play action and being able to sneak the tight ends or the slot receivers, in particular Dalton Schoen, down the field with the eyes of the safety in the backfield. But on this down and distance, you're not going to fool the linebackers and the safeties like you would be able to on 3rd and short.
So 3rd down and 10 at the 46 for Alex Delton. Delton will throw, looking for 10 yards. Runs out of the pocket. And just goes out of bounds at midfield. He will not have enough. Kenneth Murray makes sure that he pushes him out of play.
And that's the exact situation I was talking about, is that you don't have any ability to affect the secondary, so their eyes are just going to be planted on the quarterback. It's tough for him to run. They can sit in zone coverage, which is tough to throw against for an inexperienced quarterback like Alex Delton. They dropped everybody in coverage, and he had nowhere to go with the ball.
So the 2nd punt of the game for Nick Walsh, as Lamb prepares to return it. And the fair catch made at the 6. Baker Mayfield starts from his own 7-yard line. Hands it off to Anderson. Anderson breaks a tackle, burst of speed down the sideline, and finally knocked out of bounds by Jade Kirby at the 40. A 36-yard run for Rodney Anderson.
And this offensive line starting to win the line of scrimmage. They're playing with great tempo. Back up, ready to go again.
Mayfield looking over the middle. Caught by Andrews as he slides down at the 41.
I mean, just how quickly. I mean, this drive starts inside their own 10, and they're on the ball already at the 42.
1st down at the 42. Mayfield's got incredible wheels. Mayfield delivers underneath, and it's caught once again by the speedy Marquise Brown. An 18-yard pickup for Hollywood, Florida's Marquise Brown. 1st down to the 19. Again, here's Hollywood. Tried to break a tackle and goes down after a half-yard gain. Jade Kirby, the senior from Blooming Grove, Texas.
Well, the pace has been ratcheted up on this series. They have not played at this fast a tempo all day long, and that's why you see some of these Wildcats a bit tired, because they've gone the length of the field in a very short time on this series, and now they finally slow it down here. It's set up Mayfield deep.
2nd and 9 to the 18. Oklahoma has not led this game. Anderson in the backfield. They'll give it to the big fella. Breaks it back. Powers his way forward. Tell you what, Rodney Anderson has been putting in some work today, folks.
I love his story, too. Rodney Anderson suffered a season-ending injury in 2015 in his knee and in 2016 last year in his neck. He's a 4-star recruit. He's just a sophomore, and this is certainly a breakout performance for him. He's running the ball incredibly well.
Just 1 carry in the previous 2 seasons combined due to those injuries. 9 carries, 81 yards in this game. 3rd and 3 from the 12. Mayfield, sideline, Andrews. This time he secures it, gets out of bounds after picking up a 1st down.
And that's why I would never say something to him previously in this drive when he dropped the pass, because I know I'm coming back to him on a 3rd down, a crucial snap. Andrews is going to be the target. It wouldn't surprise me if they targeted him here in the end zone on the next couple of plays, is because he is so good in his route running, and he's normally so sure-handed that he's probably the receiver that Baker Mayfield trusts the most in the back end.
6'5", 254 pounds. Mark Andrews from Scottsdale, Arizona. 1st and goal at the 7. And they'll hand it off straight ahead to Anderson. They'll get inside the 5. That could take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Tanner Wood with the tackle. So that will take us to the end of the 3rd. 21-20 coming up the 4th quarter. Can Kansas State hold on to the lead? Or will Oklahoma put it in overdrive? Bill Snyder Family Stadium. This is the 38th consecutive sellout dating back to 2013. As we take a look at the scoring by quarters.
It's a 21-7 lead for Kansas State in the 2nd quarter, and it's really been all Oklahoma since. And a lot of this guy, Baker Mayfield, he's kind of clawed his way back into this ball game. Quality offensive line play. They've been running the ball well, and now inside the 5-yard line, ready to punch it in.
10th play of the drive that started at the Oklahoma 7-yard line. 2nd and goal at the 4. Rodney Anderson, the power back in the game. Mayfield finds Anderson in the flats, and he's upended before he could get downhill by the Duke Shelley.
Duke Shelley has played that specific route so well. He comes off of the wide receiver. He's the corner, Duke Shelley, and he's very experienced. 23 games over the last 3 years for starts, and he's not fooled when the wide receiver runs inside. He stays outside, and he's able to stop that swing pass.
3rd down and goal at the 3. Don't be surprised if Mayfield tries to run this one in himself.
And Andrews is at the bottom of your screen in the slot.
Here's Baker. Runs it. Mayfield. Touchdown, OU. 2nd rushing touchdown of the day for Baker Mayfield.
We're all over it, partner. Mayfield has done a lot of damage with his feet today, and that continues here on this drive.
And Joel, there's just something magical about this kid. You just want to watch him play. You can't take your eyes off of him.
Well, there's the entertainment factor. There's also the belief that his teammates have. There was no panic in this team down 21-7. You know why? Because number 6 is their quarterback. Their offense doesn't panic. No one's trying to do more than their own job, and he just systematically has brought them back in this game to a point. Now they'll go for 2 to try to make it a 7-point lead.
Going for 2. 2-1. Mayfield rolls, throws, 2-point conversion, complete. Dimitri Flowers. And Oklahoma takes a 28-21 lead, their first lead of the game. So Cyber will send it away. He kicks this one Out of the end zone once again. Let's go. 1st and 10 at the 25. Here's a handoff to Silman. And Silman unable to get around the corner because Caleb Kelly said, not on my watch.
Yeah, the pursuit has been so much different in this second half. Every single time that Kansas State tries to run the ball, in particular on the outside, this fast defense has 3-4 of those maroon hats on the outside that are forcing them out of bounds, making the tackle. There's a host of white jerseys ready for those plays.
It seems like they're starting to shut down the quarterback run from Alex Delton.
You know, candidly, they really haven't, but what they have done is forced Kansas State to get away from it, or they've taken advantage of it when Kansas State has gone away from it on their own accord.
I see. 2nd and 10. Now Delton thought about throwing it. Reverse it. Oh, he was dropped at the 20. That's a big-time tackle by Obo.
Offense, number 79. That penalty is declined. Result of play, 3rd down.
That was Adam Holtorf, the center, number 79. But Okoronkwo, he's right here on the kind of the end and the outside, and then right here he just closes in and boom, he makes the tackle. This guy has great length and athleticism. He's a terrific tackler, and that's another tackle for loss, a sack for Okoronkwo.
Redshirt senior from Houston. 3rd down and 14 at the 21. He's had a sack in every game this year. Doesn't have one today. Let's see if he can get it. Here's Delton. Screen. Silman. And Silman goes out of bounds on 3rd and 14. He gains about 8.
Think of that play sequence, though. A run on the outside that's not Alex Delton. They try to throw a pass that then they get a hold on. Okoronkwo makes a tackle for loss. And then they try a screen pass. You know, it's not a huge deficit. I don't quite understand why Kansas State wouldn't just stick with that quarterback run that got them to this point.
Walsh sends it away to Lamb. He backpedals. Starts from the 20. Lamb making himself small and finally wrestled down to the 25. 51-yard punt. 5-yard return. 12:51 to go. Oklahoma with the lead and the football. Oklahoma with the football. 1st and 10 at the 25. Mayfield over the middle. Caught by Dimitri Flowers, and Flowers gets to the 40.
Great play fake from Mayfield. Draws the defense in, and then he finds Flowers right over the middle. You know, they do that. They hide those fullback tight end types so well in the offense. They have a block for a couple of seconds, make a big run fake, and then Baker Mayfield pulls that ball out and finds him right over the middle. As good as anybody in the college football.
14-yard gain. They hand it to Anderson. Anderson closing in on 100 yards rushing. And now you're starting to see fatigue from the Kansas State Wildcats defense. Trey Dishon with the tackle.
And you know, from Mayfield's standpoint, this guy is so rare. His feet are terrific, but just not in the traditional quarterback sense. It's more like a middle infielder, you know, in the pocket.
Derek Jeter.
Yeah, he flips his hips and he gets himself set for a quick release. He's a gunslinger, yet he controls the game and throws with great completion percentage and accuracy. I mean, he's so efficient. He's just a rare player, and it's a joy to watch him play.
2nd and 3 at the 46. Flea flicker. And they'll just dump it. And a flag. Looks like a late hit. Mayfield getting up slowly.
They went after him kind of low. Eli Walker had his left leg wrapped up, and Mayfield's limping around.
Intentional grounding, number 6. Quarterback relinquished possession of the ball, regained possession. He must have a receiver in the area when he grounds it. Lost it down at the spot of the foul. 2nd down.
Yeah, this is kick myself for not realizing this right, but on the flea flicker, you forego the right then to be able to just throw the ball away once you leave the pocket. So those protections are not afforded you because you're not at that point deemed kind of the original quarterback. Right there, there's the flea flicker, and then Mayfield's there. So in his mind, he's like, I'm outside the pocket. I can throw wherever I want intuitively, and yet that rule prevents it. That's a good call by the officials.
So 2nd and 18. Anderson has had his way with this Kansas State defense in the second half. He's 218 pounds. Mayfield hands it to Anderson. This time he gets belted. Jaden Kirby and Reggie Walker.
A great opportunity here for Kansas State to try to get off the field. 7-point game, lots of time left. 10:26, 25 now and counting in the fourth quarter. And they're going to take Mayfield out of the game here, and Kyler Murray is going to come into the game on 3rd and 18. Boy, if this is not a signal that they're going to try to run some sort of zone read, I don't know what is. There's no reason you would pull Mayfield out of the game and then throw the ball down the field.
3rd down, 18 at the 43. Murray, quarterback run. And he's tackled from behind, won't even get close to the first down. Reggie Walker with the tackle.
Wow, great job by Kansas State. Taking advantage there of the miscue. Mayfield throws it away after the flea flicker. They get behind the chains. Kansas State takes advantage. Now they're going to have an opportunity here to try to set themselves up for a drive in the fourth quarter.
So Seibert will punt it away from the 31. Pringle and Isaiah Harris are the deep men for the Wildcats. Oh, he lost it. Seibert picks it up. Still can't grab it. Loose ball. Kansas State has it. What a play.
Never made a bigger play in his career. The snap was a bit high. Seibert tried to go up, goes right through his hands, but now is where the mistake happens. He tries to pick it up, doesn't get it done, and Colby Moore was there to fall on the football and set his offense up inside the 15-yard line. What a huge play for the Wildcats. An enormous mistake by Seibert trying to pick that ball up and not just kick it out of the end zone or fall on it right there at the 15.
But can Kansas State pay it off? They need 6. First down and 10 at the 13. Delton. And Delton will pick up a couple as Will Johnson makes the tackle.
Oklahoma is selling everybody out to stop the quarterback run. As soon as they've got 2 backs in the backfield, they've run that lead type of counter play every single time. And the opposite safety on that play was Will Johnson, and he came screaming up there. This might be a time for a little bit of a play-action pass, try to slip the tight end past the safety.
Watch Pringle, receiver at the top of your screen. He has great moves. And they'll run it. Barnes goes inside the 10. Caleb Kelly with the tackle. And that brings up 3rd down and 5.
Boy, not a bigger snap in this game after the drop snap by Seibert.
Is this 4-down territory for Kansas State?
I don't think so yet with 8 minutes left. It might be, with the way that their offense has been stymied in this second half. This might be their best chance here.
3rd down and 5 at the 8. Delton has been effective running the football from his quarterback spot. He'll run it this time. Gets a hole! And he's down at the 1. I tell you what, this Kansas State offensive line, these are a bunch of tough dudes.
Yes, because Oklahoma knows what's coming, and yet they're still able to stay on their blocks and find the hole to get Delton a conversion for a first down.
First down and goal at the 1 for Kansas State. Alex Delton will run it. He gets in for the touchdown. The mighty Wildcats continue to fight. 3rd rushing touchdown of the day for Alex Delton, a sophomore from Hays, Kansas, making only his 2nd career start at quarterback.
You know, it's one thing for the opposition to make a mistake. It's another thing to capitalize on it. Kansas State comes out there with a short field, and they stick with what got them to this point. The quarterback run, the lead power with the quarterback, and ultimately they find themselves in the end zone and just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
6 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. So much on the line for this man. After the TCU loss, they knew they had to go back to the drawing board and figure some things out for their players. Extra point, good. We're tied. 28-28, 6:40 to go. Here comes OU on offense right after this. 28-28. Oklahoma, the 9th ranked team in the nation, level with Kansas State. So with 6:40 remaining at Oklahoma, they're expecting to have an opportunity, as this one will be fielded at the 15-yard line by Anderson. Oklahoma expects to play for the national championship. They expect to have a chance to go to the playoff. So with 6:35 remaining, partner, is it safe to say that at 28 up, this is almost like an elimination game of sorts for the Sooners?
No question about it. 6:35 for basically their season right here for Oklahoma. Tie ball game, one of the best players in America is your quarterback. Defense that has played a lot better, but a mistake puts you in this position. I don't think they even go to the Big 12 championship game with 2 losses out of this conference. Remember, Iowa State won again today. They've only got 1 loss. If they want to play for all the things that they dreamed of playing, they're going to have to come back in this 6:35 and win this ball game.
First down and 10 of the 26. Mayfield, play fake. Mayfield delivers. Brown, Hollywood Brown, down the sideline, and he goes down at the 5. A 67-yard gain. Baker Mayfield says, "We are ready."
Man, I mean, he had time in the pocket and just delivered a strike way down the middle of the field. Great play by Brown to spin back to the outside, find the space to get down the sideline, set them up here for a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8. It takes them 1 play to go 67 yards. Mayfield puts Brown in motion. They hand it off to Anderson, gets downhill, but Kansas State meets him right at the point. Trent tanking with the tackle.
Trent tanking. He was ready for that, not faked by that jet sweep motion. Former walk-on, he's been a huge factor on special teams the last 3 years. He's playing a huge role on this defense, one of the leaders that Coach Snyder talked to us about. And this is where your leaders have got to be their best, as Lincoln Riley tries to think of something to get this ball into the end zone.
2nd and goal at the 5. Anderson over 100 yards rushing now on 14 carries. Mayfield delivers. Anderson dives. Touchdown. Where's Spencer Tillman?
Over the top. Just a check down to Anderson, who goes, whoa! Way up over the top. Eli Walker tried to go low, the safety for Kansas State. Anderson was ready. Gets the ball into the end zone. What a drive.
The magic of Mayfield. Game tied at 28. Mayfield, 3 plays, folks. Goes 74 yards in 1 minute and 19 seconds. Joel, I think he heard you when you said that this was do or die for the season for the Sooners.
Hey, if I want the season in one guy's hands, it's number 6.
Magic Mayfield leading the way. Back to Manhattan after this. Oklahoma Sooners leading Kansas State. Baker Mayfield may be getting another letter from Kansas State head coach Bill Snyder. Let's go to Jenny Tabb.
Well, Gus, you're right about that. Coach Snyder is known for those letters. He told us yesterday he likes to do it because he likes to tell good people that they've done well. Baker Mayfield, he's had 3 of those letters. He told me, I've respected him always. It means a lot. I asked him, are you going to respond? He said, I plan to after this game, but let's wait for the outcome.
All right, Jenny, thank you very much. Mayfield, 2 rushing touchdowns, 2 passing touchdowns. He completed a 2-point conversion, 448 yards in total offense for Baker Mayfield. Alex Delton drops back to throw it. Looking, lets it go. Up and caught at the 35. Byron Pringle. Went up high. A gain of 40, his first catch of the day. And Kansas State is in business.
Shaking up on the play, but Delton just put this up, kind of a 50-50 situation, allowed Pringle to go up and make the catch, and he was able to beat Parnell Motley, the corner, who was in good position but made a poor play on the ball. And Byron Pringle did a great job of getting to it with his hands and then pulling it in and securing it to his body before going to the ground.
And the handoff to Barnes again. This time he'll go nowhere. Emmanuel Beal stood him up and took him down. Beal looks like he may be hurt.
Beal was shaken up a little bit. Here's Beal, and watch as this block's going to try to come, and he gets over the top of the guard, Abdul Beecham, who gets up. There's the block he's trying to get, and I just thought Beal did a great job of beating him to the spot in order to make that play.
A loss of 2, second down and 11. Delton's going to have to let this ball fly eventually. Delton to throw it. Delton to the sideline. Caught at the 10. Once again, Pringle. Big time. 30 yards.
It was a great route. Pringle's going to fake the post. This is called a post corner. Here he goes to the inside, and he sells it for 3 steps before going back out to the corner. Delton let him out there. Nice completion. He underthrew it a little bit. That's why he's saying my bad. But that's a great completion for a first down.
The last 2 receptions for Pringle. 40 and 30 yards. First and goal at the 6. Alex Barnes in the backfield with Delton. Now he may run it. Here he goes. And he'll gain 1.5 yards. Maybe 2. Emmanuel Beal to stop him. Under 3 to go. 35-28.
Yeah, and there's really one place you're going if you're Kansas State. You have got to run this ball with your quarterback, Alex Delton. They've got the 2 backs back there in the backfield. Alex Barnes has also been successful running the ball, but you got to keep it in those 2 hands.
Second and goal at the 5. 3 rushing touchdowns already for Delton. Delton looking to throw it. Touchdown, K-State. Isaiah Zuber. What a game in Manhattan. Kansas State with 2:25 remaining. An opportunity to level it.
Well, they put confidence in their quarterback, and they're just going to get an out route from Zuber. He does a nice job of being patient so that he can gain separation from the safety, Stephen Parker, and that separation creates 6 points for Kansas State.
For the tie. And we are knotted up at 35. Kansas State's Alex Delton playing the game of his life. And it's only his 2nd start at quarterback in his college career. Alex Delton, 2nd career start, 12 of 14, 144 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 3 rushing touchdowns. He's running. He's been running it extremely well. 26 carries, 161 yards, and 3 scores. But on the other sideline, here's where you try to win the Heisman Trophy in situations like this. Anderson, Baker Mayfield ready to come back on the field.
32-7 in his career as a starting quarterback, tied for most wins in college football with J.T. Barrett. He's in a tie ball game here in Manhattan, Kansas.
First and 10 of the 24. And they're running with Anderson. Oklahoma with all 3 of their timeouts. As Kirby makes the tackle.
They've had success running the football with Rodney Anderson. They've had success throwing the football to the tight end, Mark Andrews, number 81. They've also had success throwing the ball down the field. Really, everything is available right now to Oklahoma.
Marquise Brown, number 5, has been electric. He's in motion right now. They hand it to Anderson. Stutter step through the hole, lowers his shoulder. Power running. Another first down as he falls down at the 40. a 10-yard gain.
And the clock is not a factor right now for Oklahoma with 3 timeouts. But what is a factor is you don't necessarily want to drive right down the field and score, leaving a ton of time for Kansas State. That's why they're moving somewhat methodically, trying to work their way down the field.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Anderson, the pistol back behind Mayfield. Mayfield, play fake, sets up, over the middle, and incomplete. That ball thrown behind Mark Andrews, and he was open.
Yeah, I thought it was tipped. It was a linebacker that got way up. Jade Kirby, he was kind of in the area. Did he tip this ball? He did. That's absolutely why it was behind. You know, Mayfield does not throw a ball that far behind a wide receiver. It looks fishy. That's a great play by Kirby, getting his hands into the passing area and affecting that ball for Mayfield.
2nd down and 10. Mayfield drops it off to Anderson. Anderson breaking tackles and leaps forward. Gets to the 48-yard line. Denzel Goolsby with the tackle.
Now is where you have to be cognizant of the time. You still have 3 timeouts, but now under a minute.
3rd and 2 at the 47. They run it again, and a 1st down. Sooners getting to midfield with 47 seconds remaining.
But you can't waste too much time after they set the chains, and start the clock, which the clock is now started. Have to be ready to execute on offense.
1st down at midfield. Mayfield, play action. Mayfield wants to run it, throws it, and incomplete. Anderson, the receiver. Baker Mayfield, smart enough not to take a sack in that situation.
Well, you know, but a turnover would have been worse. And with 3 timeouts, there are times when even a sack in that situation is the prudent play. He put the ball in harm's way right there. He's actually lucky that that did not end up in the hands of a Kansas State Wildcat.
2nd down and 10 at midfield for Baker Mayfield and the Oklahoma Sooners. Mayfield throws it, wants to throw it, off his back foot, over the middle, caught, and a 1st down. Michael Jones, a 13-yard gain, and that was a big one. Oklahoma back to the line of scrimmage quickly. They run it. Anderson, and Anderson goes down to the 33. Goolsby with the tackle, and a timeout call by OU.
And they've gotten to that field position mark, Gus.
1 timeout remaining. 2nd and 5. Mayfield taking his time. Mayfield over the middle, caught. Brown at the 21. And Hollywood Brown gains 11.
They want to save the timeout, get up and spike this ball.
Now in a few moments we will send some of you in Texas to the kick of Kansas TCU. For the rest of you, we will get you out to the game at the immediate conclusion of our game, or turn to Fox Sports Kansas City or stream it live. .35-35, 16 seconds remaining.
Now it becomes a question of where Seibert wants the ball to be kicked from. Is he a right hash kicker, center of the field kicker? That's where they're going to hand the ball off towards that direction to try to set him up for this kick.
2nd down and 10. Anderson trying to get outside, breaks 1 tackle, turns the corner. Anderson sprinting. Touchdown, but there is a flag.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 46. The result of the play is a touchdown. That penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
What a run from Anderson. Unbelievable. unbelievable. Just trying to set up a field goal. Anderson then gets kind of strung out to the left. He knows right then here, he's like, I can't lose yardage. There was the face mask. Kirby had a hold of his face mask, finds the corner and gets into the end zone. What an amazing run from Rodney Anderson. What a night.
Anderson, 19 carries, 147 yards, and 2 rushing touchdowns. Seibert, they'll have to wait to become the special teams player of the week because Anderson took it out of his hands.
I mean, that is a season-saving run from Rodney Anderson. OU does not play for a Big 12 title later in December with 2 losses in this conference. And Anderson took it into the end zone with what looks to be a win from the Sooners. What a game.
7 seconds left. And Seibert just drills this one into the stands. 7 seconds left, 42-35. Alex Delton, empty backfield. Here's Delton, fires out wide. Pringle throws it back across the field. Delton. Kansas State playing keep away, but not for long as he is down at the 5-yard line. And Oklahoma comes back to win it after trailing 21-7. Baker, Magic, Mayfield, a Heisman contender, leads the Sooners to victory.